All right, so we're going to explore a little bit further about negative self-talk, creativity, feeling bad, addictions, everyday addictions. We're not talking about the big stuff. We're talking about too much TV, too much snacking, too much Netflix, too much video games, too much surfing on the web, too much news, too much sports, whatever your thing is, right? So let's talk about this. I'm going to hit this quick, fast, hard, but it's going to be depthful. Here we go. So when I work with clients, and I started in 2005, what I got really clear pretty quickly was negative self-talk does not make someone feel good. In fact, it makes someone feel bad. When someone feels bad, they want to feel good. Everyday addictions is what we've learned to make ourselves feel good, right? It's a quick fix, right? You eat a brownie, whatever, watch a great Netflix show, go surf on the web, whatever that is, whatever we have found to, the difference between pleasure and happiness. Happiness is connection with another human being, nature, a pet. Happiness is literal joy, laughing, right? That's happiness. Pleasure, and there's a good type of pleasure, right? When we eat a really great meal or we have a really great relationship, there can be pleasure. But oftentimes pleasure is overwhelming ourselves so I forget that I'm unhappy, right? Pleasure is often overwhelming ourselves, forget that I'm happy or unhappy, and that's what addictions are, right? Just to overdose. So negative self-talk makes me feel bad, so then I want to feel good, so then I do the everyday addiction, and then I do more negative self-talk because I just did the everyday addiction. I'm like, I can't believe I did it again, right? So when I start coaching with someone, I often tell them after we start coaching that you're most likely going to keep going back and doing what you've been doing. They're like, what? We just had, this conversation and I had these ahas and I'm getting clarity. But clarity is a great step. Clarity is an awesome step. We're a very logical society, human beings. Clarity is a great direction where we're going. But when I get angry, sad, frustrated, bored, lonely, unless I got a habit set up and I know how to make myself feel better in a better way, in a positive way, let's say, then I will often default to the old ways, the old habits, just because I know for sure they're going to make me feel better, at least in the moment. So part of our job, like cigarettes, I don't know if you heard about cigarette packages when they came out the warning label, smoking will cause blah, 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 and make you feel blah, 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 terrible. What I heard, and I'm not sure if it's anecdotal, I Googled it, I couldn't find any empirical evidence on this, but what I heard was those labels were actually causing people to smoke more. Because they would look at the packet, they were addicted, and then they read that and they're like, oh, now I know what I'm doing is bad for me, which would stress them out, and the way they deal with the stress is smoking, and so that's the vicious cycle. So, fantastic. Getting very, very clear. Old stuff, old habits, old patterns, not what I want to do. But the key, the real key is start developing the new habits. What makes me feel good but is still positive? Dancing, singing, laughing, going for a walk, sitting in the sun, calling a friend, figuring that out. So then when I get stressed out, tired, angry, lonely, bored, whatever that is, then instead of defaulting to my old habit pattern, because that's the only thing I know, I've set up new things. And so then I can use that, come back more in balance, and then from there, then I can choose to be creative or not, because we all know it's really, really, really super hard to choose being creative from an out of balance place. So take care of yourself, figure out what really makes you feel happy, what makes you feel better, but in a positive way, right? That's not the negative consequences, addiction that's going to spiral you down and make you feel bummed out that you did it. Oh no. Good luck. Have fun. I'm rooting for you. You're awesome.